set up your alignment for your tabletop, your downward facing dog, your warriors 1 and 2, and your dolphin. So to get started, we will begin with tabletop. Coming onto all fours, making sure the arms are about shoulder width apart, the wrists are directly underneath the shoulders, fingers are spread wide, making sure your hands are planted firmly into the mat. Your toes are untucked, making sure the toes are pressing into the mat. Your knees are stacked underneath of the hips. Your core is engaged. Head is looking forward and back is neutral. So this is your neutral tabletop. Now, to take a cat and cow position, you would inhale, opening the chest, keeping the core engaged, but arching in your back. Exhaling, rounding the spine, drawing the navel to the spine. Coming into your cow. Inhaling, opening the chest, shining the chest forward. Head lifts. Toes are still pressed firmly into the mat, creating a nice arch in your back. Exhaling, drawing the navel to the spine, rounding the spine. Inhaling, coming back to find neutral. Now moving on to our downward facing dog. Pressing the toes into the mat, lifting the hips. Having the feet about a little bit more than hip width apart. Your arms are straight, fingers are spread wide. Shoulders are rotating inward, giving space to your head. Your heels are searching for the mat, trying to lengthen your spine. Breathing here, finding the down dog that fits best for your body. If your shoulders are very flexible, you might have a bit more space, and if your shoulders are quite stiff, you might have a limited space. So just playing around and finding what works best for you. Just knowing that you are trying to lengthen the spine, keeping the head away from the ears, the arms rotating inward. The heels are searching for the mat. Now we'll find our warrior 1. Inhaling the right leg to the ceiling, stepping it forward between the hands. Back foot will come to 45 degrees. Front foot is facing forward. Inhaling, bringing the arms to the ceiling. Arms are engaged, but shoulders are away from the ear. Having a nice bend in the front knee. Hips are facing forward. This is your warrior 1. So again, making sure the alignment works for your body. Now, coming into warrior 2, we'll shift our back foot to 90 degrees in line with the short end of the mat. Front foot stays facing forward, keeping a nice bend in your front knee. Opening the arms into a nice T. Gaze is out over the front hand, over the middle finger. Hips are open to the side. Arms are away from the ears. Arms are engaged. Taking this on the other side, we will cartwheel our hands to the mat, stepping back into downward facing dog. Repeating this on the left side, inhaling, left leg to the ceiling, stepping forward, front foot facing forward, back foot at 45. Inhaling, bringing the arms to the ceiling, making sure you have a nice bend in your front knee. Your hips are facing forward. Your shoulders are away from the ears. Your gaze is directly forward. You can sometimes interlace your fingers or keep them apart. Opening into your warrior two, arms come into that beautiful T, back foot at 90, arms are engaged, looking out over your front fingers. Your arms are straight and your shoulders are away from the ears. Hips are facing the side, having a nice bend in your front knee. Back leg is straight. Cartwheeling the hands back to the mat, stepping into down dog. Now, to find Dolphin, we're going to readjust your hands maybe a bit closer to your feet. Then lowering, if it's available for you, both elbows to the mat at the same time. Otherwise, you can lower one elbow and then the other. Making sure your arms are staying parallel. Your fingers are spread wide. Then walking your feet from down dog inward as far as they can go, keeping the legs straight if possible, keeping a nice straight spine if possible, creating this beautiful L shape. This is your dolphin. There are different variations, so you could have your hands interlaced, but to have the most support and stability, having the elbows parallel, the fingers spread wide. It's possible that your hamstrings are a bit tight and you need to keep your legs a bit further away from the arms, just making sure that you're keeping it back quite straight and your spine lengthened. And then when you feel the flexibility improve, start to walk the feet in, thinking of lowering the heels towards the mat. Coming out of this, you can power through to down dog, or just lowering the knees, taking an easy child's pose, or coming back to sitting. I hope you found that informative and that you are able to work on your alignment. Again, we worked on the alignment in your tabletop, working through cat and cow, downward facing dog, warriors 1 and 2, and dolphin.